Before we get into today's video, I just need to remind everyone I am not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence. Please don't take everything as gospel. Only see this video as entertainment only.
No such thing as debate. Now it's like, so I've begun.
What is the crack, YouTube? Hope you are all well. My name is Damien, back on Buy Wholesale. Before we get into today's video, I just need to remind everyone to please like, please subscribe, grow on the channel. Over 1,000 subscribers now, guys. The feeling is good. Thank you to everyone that has subscribed. I appreciate it very, very much. I plan to do a video just on a bit of a journey here, so that'll be coming over the next week. Just a bit of a this is how you get to 1,000 kind of subscribe thing for anybody that's in the same kind of position or thinking about starting a channel, so watch out for that. This week's Twitter poll is now live. Get on and get casting your vote for next week's video, and today is last week's winner, Thor Mining. It won the vote last week, so before we get into it, I just need to talk about the one that I did last week. Now, you chose me to do a video on Frontier Lithium. I had said I was going to open up a position. Thankfully, I didn't get my position open because the price hadn't fell, and I noticed that damn Thr 212. Once again, I've done this stop buying order thing that is just bullshit. Let's just say it, call it what it is. It's pissing me off. The Thr 212 put stocks on the market, and within a month or so, they're going, no, you can't buy no more. It's leaving people gaped. It's not fair. I've been caught out. A couple of ones, I've got Vision Lithium. It's the exact same scenario, and it is really, really pissing me off. So anyway, that's the negativity out of the way. Today, we are talking about Thor Mining. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so we'll just jump on to their website then, Thor Mining. Slick wee website here, poised for growth. Thor is an exploration and development company with an advanced tungsten molybdenum project poised for development, a growing tungsten resource, an exciting copper development project, a very exciting gold and nickel, uranium, vanadium exploration projects. Okay, so look, everybody knows the importance of gold. Now, nickel and vanadium are linked to batteries, especially nickel is seen as one of the main components of lithium batteries, so that's exciting. Uranium, as much as I don't like the product, is very important for obvious reasons, and tungsten and copper solid as well, so seems to be a nice bit of diversity here. Their balance sheets will be interesting to have a look at, which we will get into. They're on the AIM market in London, which we've talked about in previous videos. Can be a bit difficult at times to put orders through, especially on Thr 212. And they're also on the Australian Stock Exchange, both under the ticker symbol THR. Thor, then, for my American counterparts, is also on the exchange in the New York under THORF. Going to the project section, then we can have a look at some of the stuff that they're doing. Copper, Thor Mining holds a 25% equity interest in private Australian company Enviro Copper Limited, along with rights to increase that interest to 30%. The Molly Hill Tungsten project, we're going to click into this because the reason why we're going to talk about tungsten is it's actually something that I don't have on my portfolio, but I'm keeping an eye on. So tungsten, you can use this material, I think it's Panasonic are using this kind of material because it can store energy of higher density, so it can store greater energy, and it makes for example, on your mobile phone where we're trying to always increase energy, it's a light material, so it's great for that. Smaller, can store higher energy, so that's an interesting space tungsten's in. So they completed a feasibility study in 2008. The study confirmed that the project is technically and economically viable and has a 7-year life with strong financial returns and rapid capital payback. July 2020, the Northern Territory government announced that the Molly Hill project had been awarded major project status. So that's a nice wee project I've got in Australia there. Uranium and vanadium. Uranium, look, everybody knows about that. It's the devil, nuclear power. I'm not a fan of the energy, and I'm not a fan of obviously the devastation uranium can cause. But within that, you have to put your feelings aside. Uranium is a very valuable product. Vanadium, I talked about in my other videos. I'm not going to talk too much about it. It's a heavy enough material. It has the capability of storing high energy for longer durations. I'm thinking of the likes of the semi-truck, but it's maybe quite far down the road, so you wouldn't want to go too balls deep in vanadium because it's a wee bit speculative perhaps at this stage. And also it can be used in nuclear reactors. It's a strong material, so yeah, that's good. Again, wouldn't be my main reason for investing in it, especially because I've got vanadium exposure, and just from a ethical point of view, I don't like uranium. Okay, so we'll click into this one then, the Ragged Range Pilbara project. So we're in Australia. I shouldn't do accents. People do Irish accents that annoys me, so apologies for any Australians there. I don't want to offend anyone, but anyway, good big area And gold and nickel, look, we're not going to talk about gold. It's a precious material, and it always will be. So the nickel and chrome prospects, they're pretty much saying that they've done a feasibility study. It looks like there is potential there, but the work is ongoing. Nickel, again, in the battery storage thing, I like that, and it's actually one material I don't have much exposure to, so the nickel is of interest, but nothing too concrete there. And then the Spring Hill project, again, more to do with gold. Happy days. Side note, within all that, sustainable development, make a nice point of saying that they care about the environment and locally, and yes, they're going in and doing what they have to do, but they consider aspects of environmental issues may arise from the company's activities. Thor complies with all applicable legal requirements and to reduce any potential negative impacts on the environment, planting new trees, doing different things, helping out habitat. Not a lot of companies will go out of their way to actually say that they're doing that, so I like that. Okay, so I'm looking at the London Stock Exchange chart. I thought I'd pull this up here. We zoom it right out. We can see previous highs, really good, up over nearly £5 a share, which is brilliant. The arse has completely fell out of it. And we can see here over the last year, it has went up. Currently, we're trading just above the average moving price. So it'd be interesting to see what that is. Obviously, now we're going to have a look into the financial statements, but that's an interesting. We're currently trading in and around. This is the London Stock Exchange one. 80p a share. So go to the investor information then. So we'll have a look at the annual reports here. So nice easy access. You can see you can go right back to 2011. Obviously I'm just going to pull up the more recent one. This is the half year report. They do actually talk a lot about what's in the pipeline and all the different types of things that they're doing, but I think I'll go and get external sources and I'll show you the different types of information that's out there. There's actually several presentations and stuff. It's all good listening, good reading, I guess. If anybody's really wanting to go balls deep in these guys, definitely check all of that out. But for me, I'm not going to read this here. I'll look at the headlines just to get a wee bit of an extra sort of due diligence done, let's just say. And we'll go down to looking at their expenses and stuff here. And guys, not a real great surprise. It's a bit of a shit show. Look, we've talked about this in my other videos. You're buying into potential here. It seems to be they've done a lot of expenses, a lot of pumping money into the company to grow new exploration sites, new investments, and that's what you want to see with a stock, especially if you're holding long term. I'm okay with that. If we even have a look at some of the losses and stuff, they're kind of going in the right direction, but then it bounces back. It's a wee bit all over the place. I can't really even see a decent enough pattern to sort of say, look, at least it's going down every year, the debts are getting better and stuff. It's really not. They do have better cash here, and then they've obviously got good cash from the injections of investments that they've got. It's quite a detailed report. I mean, if you go down here, they do explain why their balance should show what they've done and where the money is coming from and the investments and the different procedures. The video I can't possibly go through all of this in this video. It'd just be too friggin' long. In summary, not the best balance sheet, it's not, but it seems to be a hell of a lot of investment going into the company. So just like the rest of my videos, maybe with this one we need to just throw it out the window, disregard all that, and just look at the progress on what they're doing to spend, where they are spending the money, and make a call on whether you think that's a good investment. If you go on then, just Google Thor mining, you'll see actually quite a lot of stuff here, week on week, day after day. And the main one being Thor Mining starts field work at Ragged Range Gold Project in Western Australia. Great potential in Thor Mining's latest Mohill estimate. So again, people are talking about this here. If we go into Proactive Investors, a lot of their presentations are done through Proactive.
Been looking to secure investment in the Molly Hill development for a little while. The tungsten prices haven't helped. They're starting to pick up a little, and moly prices are picking up a little as well. Perhaps not all the way we need them to go, but certainly heading in that direction. And so we've gone back. We've worked with our resource consultants, and they've been able to come up with a portion of that resource now is in the measured category. But that should give financiers a little more confidence in the robustness of the resource. We hope the technology's come a long way, and we're going to work on that. And hopefully, we'll have answers to that in the next 2 to 3 months' time, because it'll take a little while to do that work. That would allow us to pull the same amount of ore out with much less waste, and maybe that allows us to go a bit deeper and pull more out, but spend less money in mining and doing so. So there's work happening there too, and that will probably happen sometime this year. But So interesting things for Molly Hill.
I'll have to take your word for that, big man. Nothing interesting or enthusiastic about that presentation. Jesus Christ, bore you to tears. Really, really would. I'll not subject you anymore to that. In short, what he's trying to say is things are moving well. The Molly Hill thing's finally going. There was about a year's delay due to weather things, different explanations. Long story short is after a year of it being granted by the government, it now looks to be going ahead. The government are very keen for that area, along with other miners, to start being prosperous and start making money. I don't know why he could have said that with a bit more enthusiasm. But don't forget, guys, check out the description below. You'll see links to the articles that I've been featured in, such as the Reuters article, which is a good read, guys. Also, you'll find a link to Free Trade, where you and I both get a free share up to £200 to start your investment journey. You might as well get up to £200 for free, guys. That's a good deal. Make sure to check out that. And get me on Instagram, BHSDMV. You can get me, see all the live trades, all the little general banter, drop me a message, do whatever you want, guys. Proactive is a great site for a lot of these types of companies, especially the EM market ones. You can see all the different ticker symbols there. Just to let you know, the over-the-counter one in New York, it only happened about a month ago. That only opening a month ago is a great sign, and that probably explains why we've seen that rise in the chart earlier on. So that explains that recent sort of rise or horn, if you want to call it that. It has had a good rise, guys. You know, it definitely is attracting interest, and the investments that they have put money in clearly seem to be getting a good bit of interest. If we actually go on to Yahoo Finance then and go to the summary page, I was looking at the financials there, it's grim reading, but if we go to the average volume, it's at about 11.5 million average, but we're currently at 1.8, so we're well below the volume that's surrounding this company, which I like. Market cap's about 13 million and a 52-week range of 0.19 to 1.4, so we're actually kind of in the middle. So in terms of an entry point, it wouldn't be too bad to start averaging in if you're thinking about it. Go to Stockopedia. Analysts upbeat on the outlook for Thor mining. Thor mining share price has risen 16.4% over the past month and is currently trading at 0.375. We know it's a lot higher now. For investors considering whether to buy, hold or sell the stock, the question now is whether the price will continue. According to the company's analysts, there are certainly reasons to think it will continue to perform well in the year ahead. In terms of trading recommendations, Thor mining currently has 1 buy, 0 hold, 0 sell, so not a lot of people reporting on it. Okay guys, that's the video. I hope you found this one informative. We've went over what the company are all about. We've looked at the different types of projects that they have. We've had a look at the financials, shit show. We've also looked at what's in the pipeline and where the investment has went. So it really, for me, just boils down to, just like the rest of them, what's the appetite for risk like? Do you believe this company could thrive? It definitely seems to be making good progress in certain areas. It's no different than the rest of them. I do have a great exposure, and my plan, as I keep repeating, is I'm going to spread at X amount. I'm aiming for about £3,000 to be spread in and around maybe 20 even, potentially, mining companies, because not all of them are going to hit. I'm very aware of that, and you should always do your own due diligence. I do like the fact that the company's been around for a while. I do like the fact that it's got 3 markets exposure. There is plenty of positives with this, but your man that nearly bored us all to death there, he did say sort of over the next couple of months we will know how the Molly Hill Insight will get up and running. That to me is the catalyst. So I'm sitting back, looking for the right entry point, waiting for that catalyst. That's how I'm going to play this one, guys. I'll keep you up to date if anything groundbreaking does come with these guys, if you excuse the pun. Please get me on Instagram, BHSDMV. Please like, subscribe, grow on the channel, all that good stuff, guys. Love yous loads. Until next time, I'll see yous then. Oh, by the way, the Twitter vote. Don't forget, vote for the next video, because this one you voted for. Peace.
Love is light.